Hi YouTube, this is my video for Steintanz, and I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Anyway, I'm sorry if I pronounced it. This is my baking video for a challenge, and it's very hot today actually. We are in the summertime here in Israel, and I'm going to show you what I've got. First, obviously, it's the the fire, the pit or whatever you call it, and I've scavenged for some wood, which was actually quite difficult to find because this is the only place around this park that you see that you can actually make fire. So I guess everybody's picking up dead wood and using it for various fires that you will see around there. So it was difficult to find wood. But okay, what else do I have? I have here the bread. Well, it's not ready, it's just the dough, but this is the bread, the bread dough, and it's basically made from flour, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, dry yeast, and water. That's all it is. It's also it's whole wheat and a little bit of white wheat. So it's I actually make bread every day. I make my own bread, and I make the same dough every day. I make one of these. So today I'm going to make it on the fire, but this is what it is. And for to put on the bread, these are some tiny eggplants. I'm gonna try to roast them and see how it goes. I also have some thyme, which really gives the bread a nice flavor when you just even just put it on. A little bit of a nice smell. And some hot pepper. Now this is really hot pepper, and I'm gonna fry it also on the fire and eat it when the bread's gonna be ready. So I'll set everything up, show you how it's set up, and then I'll put light the fire and show you how it looks. Okay, so the fire is going, and I'm gonna wait for it to become coals, and I have my nice net hammock set up as usual, and I'll wait for the fire to calm down a little bit, and then I put the dough, the bread, inside. Now I found these two pieces of bark that I think I'm going to use for making the bread. I was thinking of cooking it inside this pot, but now I'm thinking I'm going to do it a little bit more natural way and try to use these two as my cooking pot for the bread. I think it would do the job. As soon as this fire dies down a little bit, and then I'll have coals, I think it will work. Now I've saved this piece in the side, because I know that this piece, once it starts it burns as coal. It does not burn as fire, because this is rotting wood, and just know that this is the way it works. So if I'll need to add heat later on, I could use this without making the fire stronger than I want. So the fire is going, and soon enough we'll have some bread. Okay, so I'm putting the bread. I think I'm gonna put it in this strategic place over here. There's a little bent, or I would say a bowl in here. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll use that for my advantage. And okay, so I have the bread on the bark, and I think I will cover it with this piece, so it will be kind of like in a pot, or with a cover, with an oven. So here's the bread inside, on top of this bark, and just wait now, waiting time. I've added another piece of bark, makes the heat, sustains the heat a bit more. Now, one thing that I would say, that if I see that this thing starts smoking or burning too much, I'll probably pour some water on it. And I'm not afraid of doing it. I actually always sprinkle some water on top of the bread when I make it at home, so that the crust of the bread wouldn't be too tough, too solid. It makes the crust better. And if you don't do it, then at least with my bread, the crust becomes very rocky. Smoking bread. Okay guys, so here's the big moment. The bread did not come as planned, obviously, you can see it. And it burns over here, burned. I actually went to bring some water, and when I was going out to bring the water, there was fire, and when I came back, this whole section was burned, as well as here. So probably there is bread to eat, but a lot of it is burnt. So I think I'm actually going to use the saw to cut the bread, and we see how it goes. Failure, well, it's partly failure for sure, but that's if there's some success also. I mean, inside it's hot and it's baked. I need to trim out the part where it's burned. See if I can make something out of it. Definitely not a success, but this is how you learn, by failure. Also by success you learn, but also by failure. Well, over here it's the middle part is okay. Definitely I could get a bite from it, even more than a bite, but I need to work on the outer a little bit more, make sure that it's not happens next time. It tastes good. What I need to do is make me 2 pieces of bread. I am using a saw. It's a good thing I'm using a saw, because it's difficult to cut it. Now, what I'm going to do is take the blade and just basically, I'm going to do it off camera. Basically just scrape out the pieces that are burned. Okay. I'll show a little bit. Maybe you see it on the frame, I don't know. This part can be cut off. It's a good way of sharpening your knife. I mean, there you go. You don't have, you can't sharpen your knife, just make bread, okay? It's okay, really. Okay, now when I get to this stage, it's pretty good actually. I mean, I'm gonna do the same with this one. I'm just got, this is too, you can just throw it away. A little bit of carbon is okay, but when you have too much, it doesn't taste good. It's a good flavor actually, carbon, but not too much. Okay, I think we're all set. So, this is the situation with the bread. So I have 2 pieces of bread, probably could make another one from here, that I can eat. And now let's see how the eggplant came out. Just basically going to put the eggplant on the bread. The inside. I do like the inside of an eggplant when it's on the fire. Tastes great. So, there you go. That's the eggplant one. See if there's a little bit more to scrape out. Okay, that's about it. I'm gonna tear up the bandana. Now I'm gonna add some pepper. And I'm gonna eat it. Great. Great stuff. Tastes great. A little bit spicy because the hot pepper is really hot. You could skip a little bit. Very hot. I like it. I like spicy. Great. The eggplant came out really nice. The bread on the inside is perfectly okay once you scrape out the carbon with bread. Wow, it is so hot. I need to drink some water. Oh, this is too hot. I need to take a break from this hotness. I knew it's a hot pepper. I knew it's very hot. It's painful yet enjoyable. Here's the tea boiling, and thanks a lot for the challenge. I really enjoyed doing it, and see you on the next